Oh, I didn't double check the mic. Hopefully it's working. Oh, good, it's working. All right, hello everybody. I always get a little nervous right before starting the stream. Isn't that funny? You'd think I've done it enough times now I wouldn't be nervous, but I always get a little butterflies right before starting. So here we are. Let's see how it goes. This is a first time in the middle of the week. Hey, Josh, Kay, Jeff, how's it going, fellas? Thanks for showing up. Appreciate that. Richie, hey, from New Zealand. Awesome. What time is it? Is it in the middle of the day? Jared, hey man, how you doing? How's mom? Doing all right? All right, Fi's here, Fox, Joe. Thanks, everybody. All right. Hey, guys. From the Dominican Republic, from Hollywood, Florida. First time stream from Michigan. All right. KK, I'm glad you're here, brother. Glad you're here. Glad to hear Harbaugh's sticking around, too. Hope you're a U of M fan, but that's okay. If you're a State fan, I guess I'll forgive you. How's it going? Steven? Oh, good. Oh, great. We got a lot of people here. Wonderful. Wonderful. From Japan. Oh, cool. Chabichi. Oh, that's cool. All right. Detroit. First time stream from Sweden. Good. I'm glad we got first time people here. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yes. Risto. Chris. Yeah, I did downgrade to 6.1, so that's possible. But it still gave me the problem. I think there's others too. I knew it when I was going through this setup. Context here for everybody else. Me and Chris have been having a conversation about why my McLighting isn't working. And, it's probably got McLighting is working, just not when I include MQTT. And, it's most likely, I think, and Chris is onto the right track here. It's because I used probably the wrong version of some of the libraries. So I got to sort all that out, but not today. Today we got something else. Froze. I'm not really frozen. That was just me playing a joke. Am I unfrozen now? Am I still frozen? We crashed him. We'll listen on the commute. Nice to see you stream. Oh, hey Travis, I started watching your thing on Platform.io. I got to get there. Okay, it's working. Okay. All right. So for everybody who wasn't part of the stream yesterday or who didn't see it yet, what I decided to do for Christmas for fun is do 12 streams in 14 days or something like that, whatever it is between now and Christmas Eve. I think I looked. Yeah, I know it's streaming on Monday, right? What the heck? I was frozen for a bit. Okay, hopefully we're done with that frozen stuff. You just let me know if it happens again. I can prioritize this computer. It should be. We have a homework blackout time at our house. So Monday through Thursday, from 2:30 to 5:30, the internet on almost every computer or iPod or tablet or whatever Xbox in the house shuts off. So there's really no. I mean, of course, I reserve it for myself. I can use it if I want to. But so we should be pretty good as far as traffic on the network today at this time of day. So pretty good. He has no life. I know. I got the day off work today. I didn't know I had the day off work today until last night. It was a nice surprise. My wife needs some help tonight with running kids around to different performances and such. And so she asked if I could get the day off, and I forgot about it. I probably asked for the day off a month ago or whatever. How do I automate the homework blackout? I should do it with Home Assistant. I haven't done it yet, Josh. I do it with my router. I have Google Wi-Fi is the router, and I just set the timer. There's a family timer. You include a bunch of devices in this family list, and then you can set a timer that says turn it off from this time to this time. So probably pause on Google Wi-Fi. It might have been. Google Wi-Fi does that to me sometimes. Let me go in here right now because I've had to do this before, and we'll do a priority device, and we will pick this computer as the priority device. Desktop something. There it is, right there. Okay, for 1 hour, we have priority on the internet in my house. Ba-boom! All right, how's it going, everybody? The viewer count not working? Oh, that's a bummer. I wonder why. I wonder how to refresh that. Maybe we should just turn it off so it doesn't look like nobody's watching. That's worse, right? Let's see. Let's go to the viewer count little thing real quick and see if I can fix that. And then we'll actually get on to what we're talking about. How you set up a homework blackout. Croatia? That's awesome. All right, let me see if I can do the viewer count thing real quick. Viewer count. Let's see, maybe I can. YouTube viewers, color, manage. Font, select properties. Okay, it's not doing anything. That didn't do anything. Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. Huh, I just had to turn it off, turn it back on. All right. Hated your Google Wi-Fi. Double NAT, yeah. If I would have known about Ubiquiti equipment before I bought the Google Wi-Fi, I would have done that instead. I learned about probably a month or so after I bought them. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Ubiquiti, this is great," and all that stuff. RIP viewer count. Welcome back. All right, just down the road in West Point. Awesome. Oh, I saw somebody say Pleasant Grove too. Somebody's here from PG. We got to go hang out sometime. That'll be fun. All right, we'll end up being 13 streams. One will be a mistake. Hey Shane, how's it going? Yeah, I've been pretty good about that. It's been a while since I accidentally streamed. That was sure fun though when it did happen. All right, from Spanish, from Queensland, Australia. Awesome. Fantastic. So what is the topic today? Media Cowboy says, what's the topic today? The topic today is we're going to do part 2. That's French, you know. We're going to do part 2 of the HA Switchplate. So we did the build and it went well. We got it built and we got it installed and we got it set up in Home Assistant. But there's still a lot to do with getting it functioning so that when you touch the buttons, it will do things in Home Assistant for you. So we're going to work on that some more today. I've got some, and it's a good thing I'm a doctor, not a comedian. Yeah, thanks. That's why my patients are always asleep too. So I tell them jokes and they never laugh. Anyways, so we're going to do more HA Switchplate today. So I was just chatting a little while ago with Luma, actually, and he told me that he has done a couple of updates and has made things a little bit better. So first thing we're going to do is we'll go through the update process so that you can see how you do that, and you can see when what things you need to do if there's an update. Because I think there's one trick that we're going to have to try and avoid with double names. We don't actually know what's going to happen. I asked Luma and he wasn't sure yet what would happen if we left the name the same. So what we're going to do is, before we do any real modifications, we're going to move a folder and, so we don't screw it up. So, all right. Dad jokes are the best jokes. Probably not everybody that's watching this is a dad, but probably most are dads. Right. And so we're kind of stuck. Like every joke we tell is a dad joke. What are you going to do? All right. Huntsville, Alabama. Thanks, Marty. You're welcome. All right. Oh, I'd like to know about the new Kodi integration. I have no idea anything about that. Eagle Mountain in the house. We totally should, Chris. I didn't know you were that close. Did we talk about that? Maybe we did. Yeah, we will have to do a meetup. We do need to schedule a meetup. That'll be a lot of fun. There's plenty of us close enough by. Oh, and that reminds me, let's do one more plug for CES. A lot of you guys probably work in the electronics industry, I would assume. Some do anyways. Anybody going to CES? Anyone else going to CES? I'm going, and Hookup Rob is going. And we're actually going to hang out together a little bit while we're there. So let's, if anybody else is going to be there at CES this year, it's the second week of January. It's like the 8th through the 11th or something like that. And it's in Las Vegas. So if you're going to be at CES, let's make sure we are all connected. Okay. So that we can pick a place and a time and we can all get together and hang out and take some pictures and tell some dad jokes. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Hookup Rob is cool. He does have a great channel. Randy is researching sound for Home Assistant, wall-mounted tablets, and alarm panel replacement. Woo! Playing sound notifications. Oh, that's a good one, Randy. It used to work pretty well to do sound notifications. There used to be a way to just get like a voice response. But I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to do some more research on that. What I do is I just have Home Assistant trigger something else to play. And most of what I have it do is through Volumio. And that's probably not an option that everybody does, or everybody could do. but that's an option. I want to figure out how to do MP3s or songs through She Who Shall Not Be Named, Amazon's little lady. So, but I did that for you guys, so your echoes don't start wondering what's going on. Still waiting on the Facebook approve? Really? I just approved some people. Double check again. Bye. Send me something else, and I can't. I'm surprised. I'm sorry. All right, Finland, Russia. RTS Motor is your next project. Cool. All right. Too big a topic to begin. Okay. So here we're gonna go. All right. So what I've got is I have 4 switch plates now installed. Well, I don't have them installed. I have them set up. So what we're going to do to start out with is we're going to go to this one that's called Master. This was the one, if you watched the live stream, I think this was the one that we tinkered with on the live stream. So the first thing that you'll see, if you've already got one of these set up, the first thing that you'll see, and I think it's only today, I think it's live today, is this version 0.31. And this is a new version, and I don't know what all he changed. I know he changed a thing where he said where it forces you to make this lowercase. Remember that was a problem in that stream. I made it uppercase, and that screwed things up because it has to be lowercase. So he did that. I don't know what else he did there. So anyways, we'll start with this. So we're just going to update, hit that, piece of cake. It's hard to make it any easier than that. We'll just wait a few minutes. It'll probably, I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, I should put. Let me show you. The one that you see there with the clock on it, that's not actually the one we're going to start working on. It's this one. So we're going to slide this guy over, and we're going to slide this guy in there. And the screen is way too bright to see. It says it's connecting, and it connected to the network and to the MQTT broker. So success, much excellence. Now we're going to go up here. We're just going to look at this for a second. I just want to see what's going on here. Okay, yeah. This all says it's good. We can change which page is displayed there. Beautiful, right? Wonderful. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to redo the setup script in Home Assistant, because Luma also made some real improvements. I am sorry about that glare. I've actually got a piece of paper taped up here to try and keep the light off of it. But anyways, for this, to see what's available in Australia. So let's see what I got for you. Let me see, Dominic. The stuff I have is from Banggood. Most of the stuff I have is from Banggood. Let's see. Did I put it here? Oh no, I think it's gonna be. Gosh, I didn't update this yet. Ugh, I'm so bad about so many things. So many things not. Oh, this one's still gonna say holiday LEDs. We don't need that. Did I put it in the? Did I not even put it in the description yet? Oh, I'm such a. Nope, I don't think I did. I know where to find it. We're gonna go to scripts. I'll get you a link real quick. AliExpress has them. Banggood has them. Luma, the guy who kind of put the whole sketch together and made it work with Home Assistant, he's got, he's selling them. If you want just the 3D, what was he selling? Oh, the PCB, the circuit board, or the whole set if you want the whole kit. Okay, so here we go. So here is my link for the display. And the power supply. This power supply is unique, and it needs to be that exact one if you're going to use the. You don't need this. You probably already have this. That's just a D1 Mini. Then the other thing that you'll need is the PCB, the circuit board. And if you go to haswitchplate.com, it reroutes you to this GitHub repo, and then you can grab everything that you need. He's got all this stuff here. Is there a parts list right here? Assembly. Somewhere on here. Anyways, in this repo, he's got the He's got the files that you need. You'll have to upload them to, a PCB Maker website, or you can just do, you can just buy them from Luma already. If he's got any left, he's been trying to keep up with everybody that's been asking. Banggood takes forever. Yeah. How's it going, Lee? All right. Can't seem to get buttons on the web display. Oh, interesting. Buttons to web display. Near the bottom. Oh, thanks. Anyways, I got sidetracked. Big surprise, right? Missed yesterday's stream and kind of busy today, so catch up later. Okay, thanks, Seagray. All right, so what were we doing? Okay, so we were going back here, and now we've got, so we updated to the HASP 0.31. So that is the sketch that's on the D1 Mini, pretty sure. The next thing that we're going to need to do is we need to rerun the script. So, and I didn't catch exactly what was happening, but essentially Luma found a way to decrease the number of MQTT messages that were getting sent, and I think probably the number of times that different automations were getting activated that maybe didn't need to, that were part of the Switchplate. I know somebody made a comment that, when the Switchplate starts up, there's something like 3,000 MQTT messages that get sent. So in most cases, that's probably not a problem, but maybe sometimes it is. So Luma found a way to decrease some of that. So I don't know if it's always on startup that he was able to decrease it, or different times. But anyways, he made some changes that makes it so it doesn't quite send so many MQTT messages as often. So that's good. So in order to take advantage of that, we are going to need to update the script that we use that sets up all this stuff, all these automations and stuff. Now, if you remember from the other live stream, we do that through the IDE. I do it through the IDE. If you have SSH, you can do it through SSH and PuTTY. That's fine. But I'm going to go through IDE. So we're going to go to HASP.io tab. We're going to go to IDE. We're going to go to Open Web UI. It'll probably tell me to put my password in, or at least to sign in. Nope, because I already did, because I was working on this a little while ago. So it just lets me pop right in, so no big deal. Now, before we do this, we can pull this up at the same time. When you go to this page here on GitHub, the Home Assistant integration page, if you go down to the HASP.io tab, because I'm running HASP.io, that's all I know. So for all you straight Docker guys and stuff, I can't do as much to help you. But if you're running pure Docker, you don't need my help with something like this. You can get to the command line, do what you need to do. So before we run this, what's going to happen when we run this is it's going to ask us for a name for this Switchplate. I already have it, and I already have this Switchplate named, right? If you go to my config folder, this is my Home Assistant config folder, and if you go to packages, you can see that I already have these 4 HASP or Switchplate folders defined. So I've already got one called master, and I want to call this one master. So what I'm going to do is just change the name of this one. I'm just going to rename it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move it. I'm not even going to rename it. I'm just going to move it. Oh, I don't. You guys have this? Isn't this ridiculous? Windows 10, and look at this. We're just frozen. All of a sudden, not responding. Thanks, Windows. Thanks a lot. Anyways, we'll wait for a second while this comes back on. What am I doing? I'm updating the HASP script. That's right, HASP script. Oh, hey, Tony's here. How's it going? Person from Australia can tell him I want to make some of these and get him to PM me. Oh, okay, cool. Who was that was asking earlier? Did you guys sort that out? Okay, there it is, Dominic. Awesome. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys too, especially you folks, you fellows from Oz. So I had a good friend of mine who used to live here, and then he's from Australia, and he moved back to Australia. And he actually dropped in yesterday for a visit. He was just in town for a few days for business, and he dropped in and said hi. And he's in, I guess they're in Sydney, is where they live now. But yeah, we might have to go get to see him. And he actually, his business is in home automation, his company. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I'm sure you guys in Australia probably know the company, would be my guess, but I don't know the name. Okay, now I'm going to take this folder and I'm just going to move it out here. Can I just do that? Copy? No, I don't want to copy. I just want to move it. Might be harmful to my computer. Yeah, they might be. Did that move it? Should have moved it. Didn't move it. All right, so then now I'm going to just delete it. What I don't want, because it's going to create a folder called master, and I don't want to have any sort of a conflict. What's his name? Dave Wilson. Very generic name, but yeah, that's his name. He's a good guy. He's bald like me. Great dude. Miss having them close by. They're good people to have in your neighborhood. So, but we'll get to see him again. And I just thought it was cool. I told him, oh yeah, you know, a lot of these people that watch the videos I make and that I chat with about doing all this home automation stuff, they live down there. They're a whole bunch of them from Australia. Okie dokie. So now that we've removed this master folder, we're going to be okay to go ahead and run this script again. So we're just going to, I'm so lazy. I'm just going to copy and paste these 3 lines that Luma set up for us. And grab this whole big long one here. Bash, blah, 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 blah. Copy that. And paste that in there. And then here's the problem. See, so this is what would have caused the problem, because now it's asking me for a name, and I want to give it the same name that I already had. So, but since we moved that folder, it should be fine. Let it work its magic. See what happens. Success. Restart Home Assistant to enable the HASP device master. Okay, so we're going to just go back here, restart this guy. Just switch to Linux, especially primarily use it for coding, etc. You know, I need to. On this machine, this computer that I'm using right now, we actually also run the VR for the kids. Well, if I say for the kids, I wish it was for me. I wish I could play the VR more than I get to. But I found a Dave Wilson works for Telstra. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. Is that they do home automation stuff? That's what he does. I mean, he competes with like Samsung and somebody else like that. Linux or Mac, yeah. I use Mac for my at work. Most of the stuff I do is on my Mac. All right. I should be working too, but you know, better get back to work. All right, Aaron. Well, we'll be recording this, so stay tuned. Come back to us later. They do with their home automation. Dave's not here. hopefully Telstra isn't bad. I mean, or whatever stuff Dave makes, or whoever Dave works for. Is our largest telco? Oh, maybe that's not it. I don't know. I need to ask him. I should have asked him yesterday. It was like as he was leaving, you know, he'd been here visiting for an hour or so and had dinner. We had a whole yesterday at our house was for BreeCon, maybe. You guys all looking for him out there? Oh, man. All right, good. So we're back up. We're back up here. So now we can go back to the overview page. Now we do have master down here again. We have master over here again. First thing we're going to see is that over here in master, not all of these automations are turned on yet. So once they do start turning on, see, they'll slowly start turning on and this will start populating. This is all these things are initializing, right? This is when you first start up one of these switch plates. This is what happens. It starts initializing. And until all of these automations are turned to positive or turned on, it's not done initializing. So you just got to hang out, wait, talk about chat, look for Dave Wilson in Australia, because how many can there possibly be? What is your host system for HASP.io? Yeah, I think somebody answered you. It is its own operating system. So what I use is right now, the latest that I've been doing is I've been running it in a virtual machine on Windows 10. So I'm using VirtualBox and running it as a virtual machine on Windows 10. I think eventually I'm going to make another transition and do what some of these other guys have done, and that is kind of run a server or a dedicated box that is headless, lightweight, but still more powerful than a Pi. The problem with the Pi was The big problem with the Pi, I think, was the SD card. The SD card was really the weak link. And if your SD card craps out, you lose a lot of stuff potentially. You know, hopefully you're doing backups and things like that, but it's still a pain if you lose your SD card. And it's very easy to lose an SD card. Mine died with that whole, we had an MQTT issue where, you know, some of the brokers were trying to coexist unsuccessfully, and had a bunch of reads and writes to the SD card, I think is what it was, and killed a lot of SD cards, not just mine, but several other people. So yeah, Media Cowboy, Intel NUC, I would love that. That would be great. That's maybe if I'm good, maybe. Now, Santa's not going to bring me one, I promise, but that's what I'd like if he was. Okay, so we've got now all of these things are ready, and it says unavailable. I wonder why it says unavailable. Oh, I know why. Let's see. We need to go in here. I think master. I don't remember if I need to put in my MQTT password or not, because sometimes it remembers that and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to re-put in that. Just save that. All right. Hey, Rob's here too. How's it going, Rob? Warlock. Running a VM on top, that would be causing some of the issues with Win 10 if you don't have enough RAM. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Should be enough. Docker and an old laptop. Yeah, that probably. Oh, back to work, Lee. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you got to go back to work. All right. Losing my focus. Big surprise. Okay, going back to master. It still says unavailable. That's interesting. I wonder why. Maybe I just need to unplug it and plug it back in. Right? Good old-fashioned tech support solution number 1. Oh, did I unplug the wrong one? The other one's plugged. The other one's cycling too. Okay, it's connected. It's connected. Oh, now it says it's connected. Okay, I did have to unplug it and plug it back in. Finally made a live stream, Andy. Fantastic. So happy you're here, man. Glad to have you. MQTT password is a have to. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if I always have to do it when I reboot, because it doesn't seem to save it. You know, it doesn't show the little dots. So, but yeah, I put it back in. It's all good. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do, like we did before, was we just need to trigger this first time setup again. And it's going to blip and flash and go crazy. So build a dirty Ubuntu server. Ooh. Wow. That's quite a box you got there, Warlock. I wish I don't have that. I don't have that kind of freedom to. I have too many mouths to feed. To have to spend too much on, or else I would buy a NUC. All right, go back to work. Catch up later. Okay, see you, Wayne. All right, so now we've done that. Now we've got the most updated sketch, because we went to 0.31, and we've updated the script, essentially, like these automations. So there were some changes in the way he did that. Now the thing to do would be to, now the thing we're going to do is go in and customize this. So this one, I'm not going to customize this one right now. We're going to customize a different one, because this one is what we're going to put. I'm going to put this one next to the headboard in the master bedroom. And I don't quite know yet what buttons I want on it. I was talking to Mrs. Z's a little while ago and saying, well, where should I put these and where do you want these? And she didn't have a ton of input to give me. So she kind of just said, you decide, and I can't decide yet. So we're going to put this one aside for a minute. I just wanted to show you that how you do the update and change the script. So now we're going to do, hey, Tyson's here. Tyson's actually catching a live stream. Fantastic. How's it going, man? I haven't seen you in forever. Working too much. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into, we're going to now work on a different one. This one that I've got here is desk. Okay. I called this one desk. And the reason is because I'm going to, at some point, I'm going to make a desk. I'm going to build a different desk. This desk I have, I don't like, it doesn't fit my needs exactly right. So I want to build a new one. But regardless, this little HA switch plate is going to sit on my desk, potentially be embedded into the desk somehow, would be kind of cool. So I want all the buttons on here that I'm going to want access to when I'm sitting at my desk. So I know what that's going to be. So again, if you missed it before, you move this slider here to see the different pages. So that's the first page, second page, third page, and he's given us a bunch of different pages as examples. So what I'm going to use for this Switchplate, I'm going to set the first button. I want this one to be Office. I want it to say Office because I want this to be stuff that I'm going to control that's in the office. So it'll be lights and the fan and things like that. I do like the clock. So I'm going to put that one on as the second one, second button. And then the third button over here, I want this to be just a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just going to call it Fun. And so those will be my buttons. Now I need to go into the start customizing these things. And if you watched the live stream before, what we did was I used MQTT Lens, and I just did a bunch of testing, right? So with MQTT Lens, you can change things temporarily. After you reboot, anything you changed with MQTT Lens, or just by sending an MQTT message to the Switchplate, anything you change through that method, is temporary, because every time you restart Home Assistant, these automations all run, and these automations all set the look and the function of the Switchplate. So if you want to permanently, or not, it shouldn't. I mean, you can always change it again, but it's more permanent than the changing it just by sending MQTT messages. So if you go to your config, you have a folder now for every HA Switchplate. This one that I'm setting up here is desk, right? So we're going to go into desk, and we'll start picking apart a few of these things. Let's see. Oh, he added this new thing. I haven't looked at this yet. So let's take a quick peek. He added this motion sensor. He added a motion sensor thing, and I haven't even, this is the very first time I'm even looking at it. So he's got it set up so you can add motion sensor. Okay. Trying to figure out what this is doing. Page button. Interesting. Use the motion sensor to switch between pages. One is interactive control button, 2 is information. Wow. All right, well, here's another video. We aren't going to be able to tackle that today because I don't know anything about it. It's brand new. If you may have noticed, if you were very keen-eyed, when we, where did it go? Oh, back here. If you're very keen-eyed, you may have noticed this. See where it says motion sensor pin? This is new. This is part of this 0.31. So now you can select which pin on the D1 Mini to connect to a motion sensor. Wow. Isn't that awesome? How's it going from Belgium, Devin? How's it going? All right. Hopefully I'm not missing too much good stuff in the chat. You guys keep taking care of each other in there? Good. All right. Oh, he wanted to get the page to change when people glance at it. That is cool. That is cool, Jared. Have you tried that? I obviously have not, but that is cool. All right, so let's go back to our desk here, and we're going to go into our YAML file. So now, you may also remember from the stream, from the first time we talked about this, last week, I think, last Sunday, when you set up the Switchplate, if you do it and you run that script, it sets up your Home Assistant to start recognizing things that are in your packages folder. So now any YAML files that you put in this packages folder get treated like they are part of, included in your main configuration or your automations, etc. So Luma has given us a bunch of examples. If you look, he's given us this one for pages is the buttons on the bottom, those 3 buttons along the bottom. This is how he kind of did a pseudo page menu, because there wasn't really a setup to do that in the next gen commands, but this is what Luma did. So page 0 is kind of what defines these 3 buttons at the bottom, and tells them which pages to go through. And it's what contains all the stuff for those sliders that you saw me changing. Then down here we've got page 1, page 2. There's actually 2 YAMLs for page 2, one that controls the clock, one that controls the weather. Page 3 is the toggles page, which is this page here right now. Oh, wait, I pushed it on the wrong one. That's what happens when you have 2 of them here setting up. Oh no, that's already set to 6 for fun. Well, anyways, it's a toggles page. It just has light switches. 4 is dimmers and 7 is the alarm. If what you'll notice is they're missing a couple. There's no 5, there's no 6, there's no 8. Oh, I wonder, maybe he took out looks like he may have taken out the media player one, because that was in there before. But anyways, what we're going to start with is customizing the one for pages. All right, so here we go. Opening up the page one. Now, there's a lot of gobbledygook here. If you want to take the time to read through it and figure out what's happening, he gives you a little bit of text to kind of describe what's happening. But essentially, this is setting up those buttons on every one of the pages. So all the way down through page 9, you're going to have these buttons available, right? So this one sets up button 1 on all those pages. This next automation, these are each separate automations, right? We started with automation, so these are automations. The next one sets up all of the button 2s on all the pages, and then the next one sets up the button 3s on all the pages. Great. What does this one do? Let's see. Update the active page. So this controls that slider that tells you which page is active. We don't need to mess with this. We don't need to mess with this. This changes the text based on what you put in those input text boxes for each of those buttons. So there's a lot there. We don't have to change any of that. This part is where we're going to want to start changing things. So this page button, set the page button colors across selected pages to show the active page button. Okay, great. So anytime that somebody, well, let's see, the input number. So when it's selecting one of those, which page goes to which button goes to which page, that's part of the trigger. Or anytime it's connected, the board, the switch plate is connected, that's a trigger. And then what happens is it looks to see if it's the active page. So you see how on this, the office page got different colors than the clock and the fun page. So that's what's happening right here. What's happening here is if you put in, if the active page is the same as whatever you put for the page number, if it's true, if those things are true, those things are equal, they're the same, then it will display the background. If you look up here, this is defining BCO. This is background color. Am I going too fast? You guys got it, right? Keeping up? Sorry if I'm going fast. But anyway, so this is defining the background color of the active button. So when this page is active, if this first page, this office page is the active page, then it's going to use this color here as the background color. So this 65535 is white. So the background here is white. And if it's not the active page, if office is not the active page, so I make a different page active page, then the background color of this button, right? This is all had to do with this first button, which you can see right here. It's defining this button 1. Okay. Then that button 1 will be this color instead. And this is some sort of a gray, right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to change those colors. Sound good? Let's do it. All right. So to change those colors, we're going to go to that fancy color picker. Where did we put that fancy color picker? Fancy color picker. Where is my Home Assistant folder? Maybe it's not in here. Got too many bookmarks. There it is. There we go. Online next gen color picker. All right. So we're going to choose a background color. So when we want the active, we're going to do college colors. All right. We're going to do college colors, college team colors. So we're going to pick a color that when the background is active, it's going to look like that. I don't want it to be too bright. So somewhere around there, we're going to pick this color. All right. I know it says background. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to take that color code there. And when it's the active color, that's the color that I want it to be. Okay. Now I need to do that for every button. So I'm going to not only change it there, but I'm also going to change it. Oh, and I'm going to use that as, well, I'm going to change it in every spot. So now button 2, the active color is going to be that. And button 3, the active color is going to be that. That's the active background color. Now, the text color, when it's active, I can make the text color different. I could make it different. Yeah, sure, let's make it a little bit different. So when it is inactive, I want the text color to be a darker, should we make it a blue? We'll still make it sort of a yellow, but we'll make it a darker color. It's kind of a green. We don't want that too green. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. Obviously, this is very scientific, and I reserve the right to change these colors at any time if I decide later I don't like them. Okay, so now this next part right here is defining button 2 foreground color. Well, let's go up to button 1. I'm going to start with working on button 1. Okay, so this is button 1, and PCO is defining the foreground color. So we're going to say so right now it's got it set so that the foreground color, if it's active, is black. We're going to change that in a minute. But the text, when it's inactive, is what we're going to change to that sort of yellow color. Okay? Okay. So we change that color there. And then we're going to do the same thing for button number 2 down here. And we're going to do the same thing for button number 3 right here. Okay. Now, next thing we need to change is what color do we want for the background when it's active? Oh, sorry. No, background when it's inactive. Background when it's inactive. All right, so let's go over here and we're going to pick a blue color.
I don't know that one.
I don't know what I said that triggered that, but okay, so background color when it's inactive. We want it to be kind of dark. So we're going to go down here. We're going to just use 12. Okay, so this one down here is the background color, right? Background color for button 1 when it is not the active page. 12. Great. And then the same thing for these other 2 buttons. Okay, great. And then what else have we not changed? This one. So what we've got here, let's see, this 0 is saying what color do we want the foreground when it is active. All right, foreground when it's active, we do want another bright. We want this one to be kind of bright when it's active. So we're going to do something like that. Okay, so instead of 0, we want it to be, because wait, oh, no, we're going to need it to be blue. Sorry. We're going to need it to be blue when it's active. Something like that. Some along there. That looks pretty good. 51. Okay, we'll do that. 51. And there. Oh, it looks like the spacing got off there somehow. Yeah. I don't know if that'll make a difference or not, but sometimes this YAML stuff can be pretty picky. Okay, so there we go. So now, I think I did it. What do you think? Do you think I got it? Did I miss anything? Late to the show. This chat new. All right, let's do it now. We're going to go back here and restart this. Glad you're here, Chris. Glad you're here. Okay, we're going to restart Home Assistant now. And we'll see how these changes take effect. Oh, DuckDNS is not working anymore. Okay, configuration, general, check. Late to the show. 35 degrees, is that my fridge? Oh, man, 35 degrees, that's my backyard, man. Oh, my gosh. And it's warm now, warmer than it has been the last couple of days. It's going to get worse, too. That's funny. Live stream, stupid phone. It's more likely the coop instead of the chickens. Oh, cool. You guys talking about chicken coops? Oh, wait. Oh, is that somebody else sharing 35 degrees? Anyways. I wish you could stay tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. That's cool. Thanks. Thanks, Devin. Playing with how to use Node MCU as a Falcon player LED controller based on Bruz work. Yeah, we got a lot of LED stuff to learn still. So much LED stuff to learn still. So much. No need to worry about how fast they're going. Thank you, Travis. Bavaria signing off. Need to adjust the YAML file for the chicken coop. The girls want some fancy Christmas lighting and have to work on that. Keep up the great work. Oh, hey, we were chatting earlier. That's awesome. Good luck, man. Been absent from your streams for a bit. Glad to come back. You see me using Visual Studio Code. Made the switch recently and love it. It's pretty useful. It's pretty useful. Trying to get, I've got another big step to make to start using Platform IO. That's another big step I need to take. Platform IO and get away from the Arduino IDE, apparently. Frank's making fun of me. All right. Is it possible? Let's see. Catch up on chat while that's restarting. Oh, it restarted, but we'll still catch up on chat. Is it possible to use Switchplate in landscape mode rather than portrait if I wanted to use it on a desk in a custom enclosure? Mark, yeah, anything's possible. We'll have to do another video still on Switchplate that will go through how you set things up. Maybe we can get to it in this. Well, no, we probably can't. Not today, but we'll get to it again. As one of the 12 streams of Christmas, we will do the NextGen editor, and we'll show you how to use the NextGen editor, and then you can do things differently there. But it's going to mean a rewrite of quite a bit of stuff if you try to do that yourself. So if you're up for that, yes, you can. It's not an easy thing to fix. You can always ask Luma, too. He's always in Discord. You can ask him what that would all take, but I'm sure it's possible. It's just how much work's it going to be, and is it going to be worth it? Alessandro Mercury, hey, how's it going? I'm hoping to help out with LED stuff. You hoping to get some help, or you want to help other people, Joel? Oh, Joel Force. Yeah, no, you're going to help me. That's right. Joel's going to help. I'm excited, but it's going to take some time. You know, I got a little bit of a slow brain, so trying to learn a lot of new things all at once. But man, I'm excited to be able to do some of these really cool things. And I think one of my strength, if I can say that, lies in re-explaining something that's complicated in a very simple way. And I think it's because I understand things in a simple way. So all these things and you guys have probably all caught on to this. You've seen the videos and kind of seen how I do it, my style, whatever. But I understand something, and then I try and just express it in a way that makes it easy if you didn't know anything about it before. So, but it's hard when you get further into things, and the more you understand something, the deeper your knowledge is in that thing, the harder it is sometimes to re-explain it to new people who don't already have all the knowledge base that you have. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge of the DIYer. Break it down into idiot talk. All right. So how did our thing turn out over there? Did it work? Oh, maybe we need to restart it. I restarted Home Assistant. I'm surprised it didn't restart. The display didn't. Oh, it's still catching up. It still hasn't finished doing everything it's supposed to do. So we'll go back to desk. Oh, all the automations are started. Oh, it says unavailable. Maybe we do need to reboot it again. I could probably just reboot it from the... That's weird, because I thought it just started up before. I thought it just popped up before. Now it says connected. Okay, now we got our color changes showing up. You see that? Now we got our color changes. Now, this is probably burning Rob's eyes. Sorry, Rob. I checked with the NextGen people, and they just don't do scarlet and gray. That's what they said. They're just like, no, we're not going to do it. So I don't know. You have to take it up with them. All right. So now we can go here and we can look at the active pages. And there you can see our button colors. Well, you can't see them quite as well as I can, but there they are. So if I, I've got it set wrong. So I've got to set these things. So that's the active page. When I push Office, I want that page. When I push Clock, I want that page. And when I push Fun, I want that page. So there you go. Now you can see. And if I switch pages, you can see the colors switch like that. Cool, huh? So to change colors, that's essentially what it comes down to. You find these things that Luma has defined in these different pages, and you change the colors. And you use the color picker here to change to whatever colors you want. Okay? All right. Love the scarlet and gray. Oh, you too, Randy? Dang it. I am. Well, let's digress into football for just a second. I am sad to see Urban Meyer leaving Ohio State. I like him. He has been an amazingly successful coach, and I wanted to beat him really bad. I thought this year we were going to do it. It's been a couple weeks in the past now, so I can actually talk about it now. But yeah, I hate to see him go out without ever losing to us. So, oh well. Keep on trucking. Wish him well. Hope he gets his health straightened out and never comes back. All right, got to do some real work, Dominic. All right, see you later, man. Okay, so now what we're going to do, would it be cool if you could make a constant and call it for each button? I tried that, Media Cowboy. I tried that. I don't know if I kept my examples or not. I had it set up. I set up an input number box, and you could put the number in. And then what I tried to do, I don't think you can do it like this, because this is already a template, and I don't think you can nest templates, so you can't have one template inside of another template. At least I didn't try it. I thought maybe the universe would implode if I did. So, so I didn't try it. But I did try. I tried it in a more simple way, and it wasn't working. Let's look now. So we've done this buttons page. That's all we have to do for that buttons page. So we can get rid of that. We can close that one down. And now let's go into this. Let's go into this scenes page. This is the page that has these buttons that right now say lights on, daylight, night, lights off. Okay. So we're going to go in here and we're going to change some of these things because I want it to say something different. And I want it to say different things. So the first one, let's see. So we were looking at this first one. This is the select button page. Okay. So we're going to define, here we are, page 1, button 4, font. This is the size. I know because I've already played with this. I want it to be a little bigger. So I'm going to make it 3. The next line down here sets the text. So instead of saying lights on, I want it to say fan, because that's the button I want to push when I want my fan to come on. Okay. The next button down here is for the font. Again, I'm going to make it bigger. I want to make it 3. And then here I'm going to put crown, because I've got those crown molding lights in the office here, and I want that button to turn on the crown molding lights. Okay. This one down here, we're going to change. We're going to make this fonts bigger again. And instead of saying night, we're going to have it say light, because I have a light on the fan, and I want to turn that fan on, or that light on with that button. And then the last button down here, we're going to make the font bigger again, and we're going to make this one the lock. So I have the magnetic lock on the office, and I want a button so I can toggle the lock on and off. Okay? Bingo. Piece of cake. Now, the next part is the important part. Don't Google. Gotta go. Time for bed. See you, John. Thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for showing up. Home secured. Hey, man. How you been? Haven't seen you in a while. All right. Love Jim Tressel. They railroaded that guy. Yeah. He was a good guy too. He was a good guy too. That was too bad, because I do think that coaches catch the blame for things that players do that are really not controllable by the coach, right? The players know the rules. I think we can argue about whether or not the rules are right. The rules are generally probably wrong in some of these things. But if those guys wanted to sell their stuff to make some money, to buy stuff they felt was more important, why should there be rules against that? But then to cause that to run a coach out of business, really? I mean, because he's never coached anyplace else ever since. So sad. Anyways. All right. Do you need to put that in the switch box or use it on your desk? I'm going to just use this one on my desk, Randy. You don't actually, you know, these, we made this, or Luma designed this to go into a switch box with the 110 to 5 volt, or I think you can even do 240, right? So with the mains voltage to 5 volt power converter, so you can use that and you can put it in your light switch. You can connect it to your mains in the light switch, and it can be just a controller, you know, in the place of a light switch, which is really cool, super cool. When you go around your house and you've got all these little touch panels, that's high end. That's kind of neat. But for me, for this particular one that we're looking at right here, I'm going to just have it sitting on my desk. And like I said, I'm going to probably build a new desktop, or maybe I'll just 3D print a little box. But all you really need is the D1 Mini and the next gen display. You don't have to have it connected to connected to mains. Right now, I just have the D1 Mini plugged in to a USB cable to the computer, and that's how it's getting power. And that's enough. It's enough to power the next gen display and the D1 Mini, and it'll work fine just like that. You built a weed box for your desk. Is that legal? I don't know. Sheesh. All right. How about the laser cutter only to cut the faceplate for this awesome Switch touchscreen? Oh, did you really? That's cool. I've thought about, do I need a mini CNC or something? Laser cutter would be awesome. Okay. Let's see. Bobby, the IT guy. How's it going, Bobby? I haven't seen you in forever, man. How's it going? Happy to have you. Thanks for being, yeah, in California, it's legal. Yeah. Colorado, it's legal. It's becoming more legal everywhere. All right. So now what we're going to do, we regress instead of digress, regress. I don't know. Back to the topic at hand. Topic at hand here is the button controls in the next gen display. And now we're going to control what the button activates in Home Assistant. So here we've got this little section here, this automation is what happens when you push that button. When you press the button, which is page 1 button 4, which is this top button up here that says lights on, he's got it set right now to turn on a scene, which is just a generic scene that he created called lights on. But we're going to change that. I want it to do fan. So I want it to switch my fan. So we're going to go switch. Oops. The service is going to be switch toggle. Okay. And we'll talk about this in a minute, but you want to, the reason I'm using toggle and not just on and off is because I don't want to lose track of the state in the switch versus Home Assistant. Does that make sense? It might as we go along. All right. So then the next part here is I want to make this, I know my switch is called switch office fan. I don't have to look that up. I know it. If you don't know what some of your devices are, the states page is the best place to look at it. Ooh. If you're looking at building a CNC and already have a 3D printer. Oh. Ooh, the MP CNC. Ooh, mostly printed CNC. Oh man, that's awesome. Ah, you're late, Bo. Well, get out of here, man. Go do what you got to do. Thanks for coming by. Send that laser cut file. Yeah, there you go. Post the laser cut file. Oh, you guys can all have does everybody got the Discord? Is everybody in Discord? Do I need to post a link for Discord anymore? I think it's been common enough now that everybody knows we have the Discord channel. So that's a great place to go to get, to share links and do those kinds of things. I don't know how well YouTube will let you share those things. Sometimes it restricts stuff. So, all right. So the first button is going to be the fan. The second button, which is button 5, is going to be what did I say? The crown, right? Switch toggle and crown. Okay. And then the next one is going to be, again, switch toggle. I shouldn't have to type all this out, but sometimes it's just faster. And then switch office light. Oh, it's not switch crown. It's office crown. I think it's office crown. So now there's one I don't have memorized so much. So let's go to the states page here and see. Yeah, there's master crown and there's office crown. Office crown. Okay, great. And then there's office light and office fan. And then the last one down here is going to be office lock. Why do I always do that? Get the H before the C on Switch. There he is. Okay, so that's it. We're going to save that guy, and we're done. We're done with that. Let's move on. The next part I want to do, let's test it, all right? I'm going to do that. Configure, check. Cool. Hanila Marcus, thanks for subscribing, brother. Appreciate it. All right. We're going to restart this, and now it's time to catch up on chat. How's it going? Is there a video to dim 110, 240 volt globes? You want a smart dimmer? DigiBlur DIY has a smart dimmer video. If you're using incandescent bulbs, he found a switch that would work with Tasmota and added some stuff. So check out the live stream in Discord. Oh, live stream. Let's see. Can you drop that link in the stream for Rob? You bet. That one? Is that the one? You got it? Oh, okay. He got it. I should read the whole thing before I jump in. All right. Still reconnecting over there, so we're going to catch up on chat for a couple more seconds here. Printed parts right now. Man, I would love... So that CNC thing, we can print the parts to build the CNC. That's what you're saying? Oh, that would be fun. Thank you, Joel Force. I'm getting your bings. I'm seeing them. I see you're texting me a bunch of stuff, and I am excited to check it out. Heard that it takes 8 hours to build. Not sure what time it's going to come from. Oh yeah. What you need is this stream in Discord. There is a channel in Discord. Yes, there is. Yes, there is, Jeff. Any way to display icons, maybe using custom fonts? Yes, you can actually. Let's play with that next. All right, we did that, and then I think we decided that we had to. Let's go back here and let's reboot this. Let's see if if I don't have to, because what you don't want to have to do is get in a situation where you have to re-plug in unplug it and replug it, right? So let's just reboot the device. I'm not gonna put my MQTT password in. I'm just gonna see what happens if I reboot the device. Oh, I rebooted the wrong one. Such a dork. We're just gonna reboot that device. And then hopefully this will come up. Oh, the colors are messed up. Colors are messed up. Why are the colors messed up? I wonder if rebooting it did something beyond what I intended. Okay, now the colors are back. Okay. Except motors in the conduit. Yeah, that's great. I've got plenty of motors. I can get them. Hey, Andrew, you just woke up at 6 a.m.? Well, good morning. Good morning, Andrew. We are going through the HA Switchplate stuff, doing some more customizing of the HA Switchplate stuff. So glad you could join us bright and early in the morning. You must be on the other side of the globe because the sun's going down here where I am. Singapore. Nice. Nice. All right. So let's go back here now and show, because is it Eli? Is that how you say it? Eli had a good question about icons. And Luma talked about it a little bit when we did the live stream, but the next gen people really have limited, unfortunately, the available fonts. You can only use sort of out of the box. You can use monospace fonts. If you use anything else, it looks bad. Oh, good. I didn't change the colors yet, but there's all that. So there, I just turned my fan off. Turn my fan on. You see my lights go out, lights go on, lights go out, lights go on. You can lock the door. Ooh, did you hear it click? Unlock the door. Okay, so it's working. Beautiful. So about the fonts. So what Luma has it set up to have, I think he had set up maybe 5 fonts. We can test it. Let's play around with this a little bit. We're gonna change. See where it says fan. we're going to change that font real quick. This is just the fast and temporary way to do it. So we're going to change that font. I think we're going to change it to 4 and see what happens. Oops. Did it not go? Oh, it's not. It's HASP. That's not the right one. It's desk. Okay, good. See that? That's WebDings or whatever it's called. So then you can, I think it's WebDings. It's symbols. So that's what you're asking, right? Is it dings? Yeah. So if we wanted to try and find a symbol here, I don't know the best way to find a symbol that I want, but essentially, yes, you can then. So once you've changed the font to 4, it will show up as symbols, and then you just have to change the text, or text to, I don't know what these different symbols might end up becoming. I don't even know how this would work out. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask Luma about this. I just know that was there. So it should be possible to use symbols, but honestly, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. Oh, maybe I need to use these specific numbers or something. And if I don't, they don't work. I don't know anything about using these. What if I just did, let's find something that's reasonably close. This 43. Will that do anything? No, doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oops. Oh, now I think I've just donated. Anyways, okay. So it might be possible, might not be possible. So can you include a complete custom font? When you get into the next-gen, well, let's open it up. What the heck? When you get into the next-gen editor, you can include a new custom font. Well, I don't know if it can be totally custom. If you can do it, you have to do it through this next-gen editor. And it's not the most intuitive bit of software, for sure. It's built for like Windows 3 or something horrible like that. So you can see over here, these are the fonts that Luma has already defined. So one is Consolus is the font type, and then the size is 32, 48, and 80. And then he's got WebDings 56. And then this is one I added. I was just goofing off. It's Tahoma, size 24. But I didn't actually, I saved this into this HMI file, but I didn't upload it to the board. So it's not really available there. Oh, is that what I need to put in? It's ASCII 2, so I need to put, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, BK. I'm going to try that. Oh, still didn't go. I wonder why. I don't know. I'll have to play with it some more. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like you can. You need to include the ASCII code. Well, I think I read that the display has to be updated for next gen for different fonts. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe because there weren't any of those fonts being used in what Luma had in his examples. It didn't load that font. No, but then it wouldn't be able to display that, right? I mean, it's displaying some funky things here. Ah, well. Change it to font. What? Worth a shot. That should work with most fonts on your PC. Just fire up your generator. Not text. Well, but the font, this is just going to call those numbers, you know? So it'll go back to fan. I can change the size. It's just when I get to, well, I can try. No. Yeah, it just goes to those symbols. It's got to be in quotes. Oh, it does have to be in quotes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. You are so right. It does have to be in quotes. Okay. Now we can do this and this. And now. Okay. Yes! That's not what I was looking for, but it changed. Okay. It did something. Okay. All right. Well, now good luck. You just go through these web dings and you can figure out what things you want. I don't know, which it's going to be or how it's going to work out. But yes, it's possible. And yes, that font is loaded. So all this DIY making people thing, I like it that way. Make your imagination better. That's right. You got that right, Chris. This is how all of us are going to live into our 90s sharp as can be, because we are using every bit of gray matter we can muster through our entire lives, right? Okay, so now I do want to show you a couple more things. I don't have to go anywhere for a little while, so we're just going to keep on trucking here. Let's see. So what I wanted to do now, oh, I should probably put that back. Nah, who cares? We'll leave it for now. It's temporary. Anytime I reboot the board, the switch plate, it'll change. It'll go back to what it was. All right. So now I want to change the colors of those buttons. So we need to do that someplace else. Let's see. Oh, how did I have to do that myself? I think I did. Let me double check here, but I don't think Luma had. Yeah. So I think what I had to do was write that myself. Let me look and see what I did, because I was playing around with this before. And I think it was on this one. Okay. Yep. So you see what I did here? So I added this. This is new. This wasn't part of what Luma did. I just copied the same format that he had before on his other ones. So what you've got here is colors that change the background and foreground based on the state of that entity. So let's look at this first one. So the trigger is anytime that this was a different, we'll just change this to desk and we'll copy it over. But the trigger is anytime this plate turns on, great, or anytime that the state of the office fan changes. Okay. When those two things happen, when either of those things happen, we're going to publish an MQTT message to page 1 button 4 background. That's going to say the payload is if the switch office fan state is equal to on, then make it color this. If it's off, make it color this. Great. And then this second part here is just for the foreground, for the text. It says anytime, well, it's the same trigger. This is just a separate action, second action. It's going to publish an MQTT message to page 1 button 4 foreground that says if the switch office fan state is on, then put this color as the foreground. If it's not on, then you put this color as the foreground. Okay? So we're not even going to change those colors. We're just going to grab all this. I think I got it for all of them. So we're just going to copy that sucker. We're going to put it over here in our desk. And we're going to paste it right there. So now I did change the order of one of these. So instead of, so this one's no longer, yeah. So button 3 is not crown. Or button 6. Let's change. We're just going to change this to 5. And this to 5, because the crown is now above the light, and the light is 6. All right. Did you follow that? Did you follow that? Okay. When I see you scripting, I see me before a few years, and maybe nowadays. Oh, this needs a high wife approval factor. Monospace is a low wife approval factor. Amen. Yeah. So if the story with that too is that the next gen people they'll make a custom font for you that will look nice in there, but they'll make you pay for it, and then they won't let you redistribute it. Kind of dumb. Hey, Michael, better late than never, huh? You betcha. All right. Okay, so now we've done that. We've changed the colors. I think I'm going to assume, I didn't change those. I didn't change the topics. Thanks for catching that. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so we're going to change, this has to change in a bunch of places. Oh dear. Okay, we're going to do it we're going to try like this. We're going to go anywhere that it says dash and then dash. And we're going to change that to dash and then desk. Did that work? Okay. So now I just changed that. Okay, so now I need to do the same thing, but I need to change it in the topic. So we're going to do like this. This is some boring coding stuff. You guys doing all right over there? You don't have CES in Europe? Oh, yeah, that is too bad. So many things about next gen people is dumb. Yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth. Okay, so there's 12 places. So let's make sure we want it. Do we want it to change there? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, wait, why did it not change? Oh, yeah, now it's changing. Okay, sorry. It's changing down here. Yep. 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 Yes. 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 Okay, sweet. So everywhere that it said HASP, I changed it to desk. So hopefully that'll work. This is one of those things where when you're doing it live like this, I'm not being nearly as careful as I would be if I was just taking my time and looking at it and then getting a drink and walking around. And so we'll see if it works. The downside is very low. If it doesn't work, it's no big deal. We fix it, right? That's what we do. Is what we do. Configuration, check. And then restart once it comes up. I'm so excited for CES. Rob, are you still with us? Are you still in the chat, Rob? I'm super excited for CES. If you have wanted to go but weren't able to go in the past, try and make it this year that you can make it. I'm not going to do any of the classes. So for me, the entry was only $100, so it wasn't expensive. But I'm not going to go to any talks unless Rob gives a talk about Shelley's. Then maybe I'll go watch that one. But I'll have to get a pass because I didn't buy a pass to get into any of the talks. All I'm going to do is wander around the displays and stuff and beg for swag. From Turkey, Istanbul. That's awesome. Next year it's free as an alumni. Oh, really? Alumni from, are you a professor, David? Is that what you mean? Or alumni meaning that you is there a program that you graduate from for CES or something? There's sure a lot of stuff you could learn there. Man, when I was looking at like these tracks, these educational tracks, holy cow. So I didn't pay since you went last year. Oh, I see. Speak to Shell about getting a pass they were offering. Awesome. Tony, good to see you, man. I know I say that every time, but it just makes me happy. All right. You already went? I've never been. Is it good? Am I going to be excited? I am excited. I'm giddy. And it's thanks to Rob. Rob was the one that brought it up because he got invited by the Shelley folks, and it's just super awesome. So I thought, oh, it's in Vegas? That's not far. I got family. I can do that. You paid once. Next year, they don't make you pay. Oh, really? Cool. I only paid $100, so it wasn't very much. Back to work tomorrow. That sucks. Oh, tomorrow already. Well, that's good. That means you know, because you're doing well in your recovery, but bummer back to work already. All right. So then what did we decide we had to do? We decided we had to restart, right? We decided we had to reboot the, no, it's not this, it's this. And reboot the device for it to take effect, right? Food's expensive, so bring your own. Oh, I bet. Fun stuff is that Shelley is a local company for you, but their products are expensive. Oh, man, get over there, Chris, and kick them in the pants. Tell them to start getting some, they gotta start making some faster. We all want them. We can't get them fast enough. You don't plan to use them? I've got two I bought a while back. I still haven't, like everything, I don't have enough time in the day to do it all. Yeah, it's huge. You mean CES? I'm hoping, like, I expect, I'm not going to be able to be there for the whole 4 days or whatever. I only have 2, maybe 3 days off that I can go. But I think all I'm going to do is just wander around the booths and stuff, you know? So it should be fun. Say hi to James and Chase. This is their first time. My kids are watching the live stream. Oh, hey, James. Hey, Chase. How's it going, guys? Yeah, you being good to your dad? You got to help your dad when he wants to do projects. to help him out. Hand him the flashlight and remind him to turn off the breaker before he gets started and those kinds of things, okay? You guys help him out. Have you learned to solder yet? James, Chase, have you guys soldered? Your dad taught you how to solder yet? You should. Maybe Santa could bring you an Arduino for Christmas. What do you think? All right. Let's go back to the desk here. We're going to turn on our active page and looky what we got there on the active page. We have our colors, and the colors do represent the actual physical state of the stuff in the room. So if I turn this light off, that goes off. If I lock the door, it comes on that color. The colors are the same. They look a little bit of a gradient in the screen, but turn the fan off. So there you go. So we did it. Super cool. All right, one more thing I want left to do. Your daughter's going to punch me in the face next time she gets an Arduino for her birthday. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's too good. That's funny. I think I would get the same. How old is she? You told me before she's 7, 6, 8, somewhere in there. I have a 12-year-old, and if I gave her an Arduino for her birthday, I would get something like that. So I understand what you're saying. Got over 20 Shelly devices for the cost of about 8 Z-Wave switches. Yeah, Tony did. Tony had quite a haul for. That's why we can't get any Shellys. Is because Tony's got a box of like 30. Earlier the better on coding. Wish you knew it better. Yeah, that's the truth. So do I. I've got a boy. My second oldest. He's 14. Zach. You guys have all seen him. He's got a mind a lot like mine. I think. He really liked playing with Legos and some of those things when he was younger. And he's in a class in high school right now about manufacturing, and he really is enjoying it. So they're teaching him, some basic welding stuff, woodworking stuff, sheet metal work, and tooling, some of those kinds of things, like a lathe and stuff. And I really wanted to do something like that. Like I want to help encourage that at Christmas right now. So I'm still trying to decide what's the best thing to do. So send any suggestions you got my way, because I want to try and find something that's going to capture that interest that he has in building and using tools and doing those kinds of things. It's so easy, to just do this all day. So I want to encourage him to build things. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? How much did you miss? Only an hour and 20 minutes. Sorry. We're going to buy him a CNC router. I might. That's a good idea. Laser, the laser cutter thing and stuff. It might be cool. Sorry, Glenn. I didn't know you didn't know. I still trying to find the best way to get everybody's, get all the notifications out. I posted something in Discord. Well, I don't want to post it in the regular Home Assistant Discord. I don't want to do too much self-promotion there without being invited. But, so I put it in my Discord and Facebook and YouTube. But anyways, we're going to do it. So Glenn, I'm not sure if you heard, and for anybody else that didn't hear, I'm doing the 12 streams of Christmas. So this is stream number 1. Between now and Christmas Eve, I'm going to do 12. So it's going to be a lot of things just like this, where it's just kind of like, hey, I got to work on this today. Let's figure it out and just go and have some fun. So, and then there'll be, obviously this stuff all gets archived. And then we even had Alian. He took the HA Switchplate live stream that we did a couple Sundays ago, and he cut out a lot of the chatter, which is fun chatter, right? It's fun when you're watching live and stuff, and it's fun for me. But if you just wanted to learn how to actually build a switch plate, you don't want all that stuff, right? You see an hour and a half long video and you're like, I'm not going to sit through all this. But Alian took that, cut it up, made it a half hour long. And so I want to put like a little bit of an intro on it, but then I think we'll just post it and make it easy for people to come back. We do the timestamps. Alian and Mark have helped a lot and put timestamps, which makes it easy to jump around. But to really make it concise, we can take these videos that are live streams and just, cut them down and repost them to make it easy to just get the content that you want without the chatter. All right. One of the 12 should be sound simple door opener notice from a wall mounted tablet. Ooh, that would be cool. We're going to have, I've made a list and I've only got like 7 things on my list. So we're going to have to come up with some stuff. You already killed one, Shelly 2, blew the breaker. Oh man. TUIA devices are pretty much plug and play once you have them in the app. Yeah. That's the truth. Oh, so somebody was asking about the TUIA. I want to get through this last bit, but then I would be happy to do a quick TUIA thing for you. It's really not hard. Let me show you once you get the TUIA things in the app, really just use the TUIA app, plug them in, blink the light, do the thing, and it sets them up. That's great. Then we can let's look at my config real quick, and I can show you what the setup in the configuration.yaml looks like. And I'm sure I won't be revealing my passwords, so even if I cared. So this is all you have to have. This might be throwing you off. This country code might be throwing you off if you're not in the US. I don't know what all the country codes are, so you might have to look up that either in the TUIA component section of Home Assistant, or maybe it's in the TUIA app. I don't know. What days am I going to be at CES? For sure the 9th and 10th. For sure the 9th and 10th. I'll probably get down there. I'm going to try and get the day before or the day after as well. But I know for sure that I got the 9th and the 10th off and free. So I'll drive down from Utah to Vegas on the 8th. And I've got a sister there in town, so I'll just stay at her house. And then I'll be there all day on the 9th and all day on the 10th. And then if worst case, I'll have to drive home on the 10th at night. But hopefully I can stay another day. And then that gets us to the weekend, I think. And then I should be off the weekend. So, all right. Hopefully that helps with the TUIA real quick. I don't know. Maybe that's a simple thing, but okay. So let's get out of this. Let's go back one more time and finish strong with more Switchplate stuff. So I want to fill in this page. You see this page? This page is empty, and there's not even an example of what to put in this page. Luma gave us some freedom. He figures by the time you get to page 6, you got your big boy pants on, and you should be able to create your own stuff. So there's no page 6 as an example here. So we need to make it. So we're gonna and these, because of the way these packaged pages work. What is that noise? Must have been the kids outside. I just heard some crazy squealing. I just noticed how dark it is in this room too. Let me open up get a little light. It might be a little bit better. Okay. We are gonna make a page. So all we have to do to make a page, let's throw this guy over here for a little bit of light on myself. Okay. So to make a page, we're just going to go here to Visual Studio, and we're going to just make a new page, new file, and we're just going to call it, well, let me name it. Here, let's just do something like this. And then when we go to save it, well, let us save as. Yeah, let's do that. Save as, and then we're going to put it packages desk, and we're going to call it, keep the naming going here, but we'll call it page 6 buttons. Okay. Buttons.yaml. There we go. All right. So now we can fill this in with whatever we want. And just like it's going to have to be formatted similar to these others as far as it's an automation page, essentially. So that's what we're going to put in here, is a bunch of new automations. So we're going to just start with that. And then we'll tab in and we'll say alias. And we're going to call this one, we'll call it page 6 button. Yeah, page 6 button. Oh gosh. Page 6 button. And then the way that he numbered these buttons is always 1, 2, 3. And then it'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So if we're going to start with this button up here in the corner, we're going to call that button 4. Button 4. And then, yeah, then we'll get to see what we need to do with that. We'll just call it that. It's a simple thing. All right. So let's go back. The only way I really know how to do this is to copy. That's what I do. I copy and paste. Figure it out. So we want anytime. Oh, we'll set it up just like this again. Okay. So we're going to set up. Yeah, let's do that. We'll set up an automation like this that will set all of the fonts and the text in one place. Okay, great. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go here to the desk. Actually, so that means I need to get rid of this and copy all that in. Oh, probably grabbed too much. Oh, no, that's okay because I need to reuse that too. All right, so instead of this being HASP, it's going to be desk and page 6 and buttons init. That's better. Buttons init. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we need to change all those again, don't we? Like that. Like that. To that. Yep. We'll do it. Shoot, 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 shoot. Done. That's nice. All right. And then we actually want to change any place that it says page 1. Like that. We're going to change it to page 6. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Oh, gosh. Isn't that nice? That's so easy. All right, Eric Curmudgeon. Thanks, man. Have fun. Have to look up stuff that requires a YouTube search. All right, take it easy, man. What am I doing exactly, David? So exactly, I am customizing this HA Switchplate. So this is a next-gen display connected to a D1 Mini, and I am making it my own. So you like the sound effects? Thank you. With current integration, if you use the Tuya app, you don't have to specify the platform. But if you use a Smart Life app, you have to add the platform. True that. True that, Tim. I like just using the Tuya app. It's just easy. There's like 6 different apps you can use. And then Tuya just makes it all easy. Then they're all in the same place and I don't have to mess with them. And all right, here we go. Dominic is back. Okay, here we go. So now for button 4, we've got button 4, 5, 6. We could just, I don't know what I'm going to want these to say. Let's see. This first one, what do I want that first button to say? I probably want the text to be smaller. And I want that first button to say, what are we going to do with that first button? With that first button, we're going to say bed. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll set that button to activate the thing that tells everybody to come to bed. Okay. Or to get ready for bed. All right. You're out. Fatherly duty, play video games with your daughter. Oh, good man. If she doesn't get an Arduino for Christmas, at least she might get a new video game. That's a good dad. Way to go, Rob. Way to go. Can Tuya be Tasmatized? Yes, Jeff, sure can. You got to just, in fact, go check out the Hookups channel. He's done it several times. He's the master. Rob is our Shelly go-to guy. A lot of guys know a lot about it, but he's definitely one that's got some good instructional stuff on it. So have at it. Minecraft, man, that's when the testing is. So it will be a month after that. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're talking about the Shelly stuff. Yep. Good. All right. So we're going to leave the rest of this. It's not going to be formatted correctly, but that's okay. For time's sake, we're already in an hour and a half. So let's, I want to get to the fun part. So now what I want to do is for page 6 button 4, I want it to toggle and I want to activate. Oh, I know what I want to do. Let's just copy. Oh, I've got an input Boolean that does that. So let's look up my input Boolean that does that. I don't remember what it's called. So we'll go to configuration and then we'll look for my input Booleans. And then I'll let you guys go. I won't keep you too much longer tonight. So we got these input Booleans. So I've got an input Boolean that's called, which one? Bedtime. So it's input underscore Boolean dot bedtime. So I just want to activate that. Can I toggle an input Boolean? I'm not sure if I can toggle an input Boolean or not. So we'll just turn it on. And then I'll just have to, Let's try. Can you toggle an input boolean? Let's look and see. There's a magic number at around an hour where I start losing my mind. So it's gone at this point. An hour and a half of stream, and now my mind is gone. You bought 4 Shellys and they sent you 8? Winner. All right, let's go here. We're going to go to services, and we'll look at the input boolean services are available because I just don't remember. Input boolean toggle. So if it's off, it'll turn it on. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, great. So we'll do input. The service will be input boolean toggle. No. There, yes. And then the entity will be input boolean bedtime. Okay. And then we can see, I'll show you real quick what it does when I do that and how that works, because I've already got that set up in my automations, because I have a button for this on my HA dashboard downstairs. And then we'll get the kids up here and we'll sign off. All right, input boolean bedtime. Okay. All right, so this is what happens when I click my input boolean for bedtime. It fires up the I can't say her name, text to speech, and on a bunch of our media players, we have a ton. It says this, because this is what I used to say. I would walk around the house, scriptures and prayer, pajamas and teas, scriptures and prayer, pajamas and teas. I'd say that a bunch of times. And then after 1 minute, it turns the input boolean back to off. Oh, okay, so I could just set it to input boolean turn on. That's what I'll do instead of toggle. I'll have it turn on. So anyways, but that's it. So somebody was asking about text to speech with Alexa. So one of my things to go through for the 12 streams of Christmas will be, sort of a revisit of how you do that, because it changed a little bit as soon as I finished that video. And so if somebody's still struggling, I'm happy to go through that again. It'll be fun and easy. But essentially what you need is this service. So it's not like it was before where you could just type it into the box. There's another way that we're going to make the box, and I'll put that in. We've had a few different guys that have shared with me their setups for making an input text box so that you could type it in, and then that goes into a template that is the message that gets sent to her, and she says it. So it's essentially the same thing as what we have with Google and Sonos and some of those other text-to-speech boxes in the media player. It's just not in the media player. It's someplace else. So, but we'll do that as well. And then, yeah, that's it. And so what you need is the entity ID of the media player, which is your Amazon Echo or Echo Dot, and then the message that you want it to say. That's it. Pretty simple. Okay. So we've got all that. It looks like we saved it all. This desk buttons, this desk button. Let's just, rather than mess with all this, let's take this out for a second. Screw it. We'll leave it. All right, we'll save that. We're going to check the config. You know how long this would take if I was still using a Raspberry Pi? Woo! Text-to-speech is going wholesome and nice. Mine is, hey, get demons into bed. You should see, did you see what it says for the for some of these other ones? So let's see, we've got one that says, okay, here's one that's for dinner time. This is what it says for dinner time. It's dinner time. Come and get it while it's hot. Please go now. I don't want your mom to have to yell at you again. Okay. Here, this one's even better. When we want to have everybody gather in our little piano room downstairs, we say this. Oh, Bill, thanks, man. Everyone should send the doc some money. Oh, you're a good man. Thank you. But this one here says, for the message, it says, everyone, please pause what you're doing and come to the piano room. I know you heard me. Yes, I mean you too. Everyone gather in the piano room or I will shut off everything in the house. Thank you. And I actually have it set up so that if this, check this out, if this doesn't happen, if my wife doesn't, so she pushes the button to gather everybody in the piano room. If within 5 minutes she doesn't push it again, then it really does switch off all these lights, which are all the lights upstairs in the house. So if she doesn't switch she pushes it, and then now there's a timer, 5 minutes. If everybody doesn't gather in that 5 minutes, then she doesn't push the button again to say, okay, yes, it's clear, everybody's here. Then it shuts off all the lights. So isn't that fun? I love it. This is the best part about home automation is stuff like that, man. It's the best part. All right, did I hit? Oh, package, desk piece setup failed. Component automations does not exist. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to have to dig into that. Component automations does not exist. Okay. Well, boom. Yeah, it's like a self-destruct sequence. Exactly. Evacuate. Okay. I am not going to keep you guys and bore you with me trying to sort out this problem here. I will figure it out, and we'll come back to it. We'll cover it on another time. Okay. Apologize for that. I don't even know where to start to figure that thing out just now. Some automation doesn't exist or something. There might be some other setup that we have to do. So how do you get to, if you don't have internet or SSL, only VPN? Chris, let's see. So it works just fine. What I do is, because I have, automation, not automations. Oh, see, it's that easy. It is that easy. Man, good eye, man. Good eye. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes it's great when you have 100 friends watching. I'm putting my wife to sleep, but the old-fashioned way. Are you singing her a song? Singing her a song, rubber feet, that kind of stuff? Bill, thanks again. Thanks again for the tip. I appreciate that. That's awesome. It's very nice. Okay, there we go. Check config, restart. All right, now we'll get it to pop up. And I do need to create a button here that says streams over. I'm push the button. Streams over. Everybody come upstairs. Streams over. Everybody come upstairs to be part of the sign off. Right? I'll get that button in there pretty soon. All right, let's, while we're waiting for this thing to restart, one last time, shoot me any questions you got, and once this comes back up and we test it, we'll sign off. Sound good? Can't get the text-to-speech to work with your Google Home with your current router, and it doesn't support loopback. I think that's my problem too, Jenny. I have here a Google Home Mini that used to work just fine for text-to-speech. And unfortunately, I don't remember the moment when it stopped, but it certainly could have correlated in time with getting new routers. But I got the Google Wi-Fi router, so they should have worked. But anyways, maybe that is a problem. Doesn't support loopback. Hi. Okay. That's too bad. Well, you can do it the Alexa way, and I want to figure this out. I want to see if we can get this working. So, Jenny, if you're in Discord, let's start a chat about that, because I really want this thing to work for text-to-speech, and I think a lot of other people do too. So, all right, it started back up. We need to go in here, go to desk, restart this guy, reboot the device.
Oh.
We can watch it do its business over here. Haven't had any problem with Google Home on Google Wi-Fi, really? All right, Josh. Well, maybe it is. Can't use local IP because a home won't verify the SSL certificate either. Thanks for your stream, Dale. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody coming. And we're going to keep doing it. I think, like I said, I don't have a lot of days to do a lot of streams. So there's going to be one like dang near every day. Did that pop up? It hasn't popped up yet, has it? Nope, it's not finished. But we're going to do it dang near every day. I know this Friday night I won't have one, but most everybody else I will. You're also stopped working through the week. Made a new VM install and brought over your config and it worked again. Go figure. Go figure. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, there's bed. Let's see if it works. You guys hear it? It's in the other room, but it worked. It worked. Okay, awesome. Did you miss it? You must be on vacation. Thanks, man. Love it. Dang. Me? Phil? What? What? All right. You guys ready to sign off, you two lovely ladies?
Yeah.
So me and these two lovely ladies are going to a choir concert tonight with Big Brother. Big Brother is singing in a choir concert at the high school, and that's where we are headed right after we have a little bit of dinner. So everybody, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks for helping me celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. And get ready. There's going to be a lot of streams in the next 2 weeks. So
It's going to be noodles.
Oh, is it noodles for dinner? Oh, yummy. Okay. All right. You ready, girls? Ready to go.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Have a good night or a good day for all you on the other side of the world. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.